Hello, everybody. No, you did not just happen to stumble across a German radio station. No. What you stumbled across is the Paranormal Party gone German. And that is Hitler, Conspiracies, and the German Army. Which I don't want to say Nazis because that makes a bad taste in your mouth.
And that's songs I listened to in high school. That's Rammstein, Du Hast. If it's anything bad, I didn't know. It's kind of like that one. What is that guy?
I don't know. All I kept hearing is
Gangnam Style. Nobody knew what the hell it was.
Too hot.
No,
that's
Du Hast.
No, too hot. That's what I kept hearing. I'm too hot.
Oh, God, whatever.
See, just put that spin on it. We're fine. We put Anyway, you have stumbled across the best paranormal party on Spreaker, and that is your host, Misty.
And I'm Ashley.
And we are here to bring you the best we can bring in this wonderful, elaborate studio with the sun shining through, well, the cloudiness coming through,
In my world, it's always sunshine.
Oh, my Lord. And we are here to bring you the best we can, and we are the best on Spreaker, the best paranormal party that is. All right, Ashley, tell us, before we get into all of our crazy German stuff, what did you do this past week?
This past week, it's a blur of gym and school, and then I went to a wedding. I don't remember the wedding or after the wedding, so if I said something stupid, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, first part of that, you sounded so much like a common white girl. I went to the gym, and then I went to school, and oh my gosh. And then I went to a wedding. The only cool part was that you got toasted. That is so... Lord,
well, usually
Ashley.
I have the gauge of, okay, if you drink like this much Fireball, which I have no break whatsoever, so usually I drink all of the Fireball, and then I do like 1 or 2 buttery nipples, but once you get past a certain, and you throw some sangria in there,
sangria takes your ass down.
It does.
I've seen you...
It dumps it in my system, and I'll be fine, bam, don't remember my life.
Because I remember you at Busch Gardens drinking sangria, hiding in bushes from cops, which Misty took the rap for. I just want you to know.
Because Misdemeanor got it. It wasn't anything to do with me.
Yo, people, that's my alias, Misdemeanor, as in Misty. Oh, God. I love it. Anyway, shout out to Jamie and them peeps who brought that, got that, going. Anyway, so,
what did you do this weekend, Misty?
Well, thank you for asking, Ashley. That would be watch my crazy sister get hammered. And then, oh, God, for some reason, when you get hammered, and it was at a delightful wedding, by the way, Michelle. We know her as Michelle Dix, but I think now she's Michelle Nelson, which is kind of weird, but we'll get used to it. Beautiful, beautiful bride. Really cool. But once you get past like 15 drinks, man, she started like smoking. I mean,
I don't even like smoking. The next day, I felt like I got hit with a smoke truck.
She did.
Apparently, when I drink as well, I just get exhausted of a conversation, and I shorten my sentences to where it's something that totally didn't happen if you're listening. But I'm like, yeah. It's horrible stuff. I'd probably say, I don't know. Anyways.
Oh, we know what you said. Yeah. Anyway, the thing is, then you come home and cry on the couch. That was ridiculous. I couldn't tell if you passed out or was still crying under there.
Well,
it was horrible.
Usually, I don't
But the funniest part was that you face planted in your room, and then me and my husband were just like, oh, just shut her door. But then later on that night, one foot stuck out the door, and this was off the ground, y'all. Then the second foot stuck out the door, and then
it was
up
really
to the
cold.
knees.
It was really cold. It took a lot to get out of there.
There was nothing. I'm talking about no body parts or nothing. It was just the door opened, a foot came out. It was like she was, like, not, like, say you were hanging onto the wall, not knowing your gravity. It was like 1 foot. Then it was another, up to the knees. It was like I was watching Birth from her door on the floor. It was crazy. We laughed our asses off that. But anyway, other than that, the wedding was really beautiful. We had some bonfires, which was really cool. We did some bonfires our way in Virginia. Kick the season off right, because it is spring now. Fishing, baby, bring it on. Anyway.
Thank God we're legal this year. Last year,
oh yeah.
Well, you can't catch me now because I done it. But
that's right. For the past 5 years,
my My idea, because I read the manual, and it says that you can go fishing with a blind or older person and help them and assist them. There's one, so I would just bring my granddad along. Cause I like going with Granddaddy because he likes going fishing. So I just sit near him and say I was helping if I ever got caught. Or if I saw him come up, I'd buy cheap poles so I could just throw that shit in the river, and I never did any of it.
I never went fishing, mister. I got to go.
I'm going to get me some sunglasses, too. Well, I'm legal now, but I'm going to get me some sunglasses. Like I was blind.
She did say that. She was like, listen, just act like you're blind.
And then I just start putting my pole in dirt and stuff and thinking it's water. You can be like, I think I got a bite. I think I got a bite.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm excited about going fishing and stuff. But anyway, that's our normal life. So what have y'all been doing, everybody? We would love to hear from you. Go to our Facebook page. It is Paranormal Party on Facebook, and you can chit-chat with us, me and Ashley. You can, we've got some conventions and stuff coming up that we are going to talk about a little bit later. But if you wanted us to come to your convention, if you just want to shoot the shit with us, you got an investigation, just let us know, man. We're all around kind of people because we do stem from our own paranormal group, which is Sisters of Salem out of Salem, Virginia. That's SOS. We got to throw some gang signs, Ashley, for this misdemeanor.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm showing my thug colors.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, so what we going to start off with, Ashley? You want to give them a little bit of news? Or
first, there was one news article that I want to let everybody know, because I tell you all the time, damn people in Florida are weird as shit.
They are.
When a
Floridians. We love you if you're listening, though. Don't do
not
off,
you,
baby.
not you.
Not you, just your son of a bitch and neighbor.
Yeah, Amy Goldberg smeared poop on the neighbor.
Oh, get it?
Told her neighbor she didn't want the woman's dog pooping in her yard. She wasn't being fictitious. But the method in which she allegedly conveyed her displeasure has landed her in some crappy legal problems.
Ooh.
She's 57 years old, and she was accused of smearing dog poop on the neighbor's face. When the dog shit, the yard picked it up and rubbed it on his face.
Wow.
It works effectively with cats.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she put it on the neighbor's face.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the neighbor's doo-doo. That ain't nice.
It was the neighbor's dog's doo-doo.
Then give the dog a messy face, a little facial. Don't give
if the person walks the dog in their yard and then takes that shit.
We live in the country. There's dog shit everywhere. It's like a landmine standing outside. Your dog shit's everywhere.
Well, I guess
I'm going to get the poo and I'm going to wipe it on you.
What if I walk the dog over to the neighbor's yard and lets it crap in there? Then that's kind of...
I would laugh the whole time. I'd be like, look at Tudor pitching it out. All right, so tonight the topic that we have is we wanted to look into Hitler and his...
it's going to be a great show, people. Great show.
I know, when we first discussed this, I am really, really interested in this because you don't get taught about this in elementary school and high school. We're going to bring this hot to you, baby. I'm glad you're tickling yourself over there. But they don't tell you this other stuff.
Look, we like to reach out to our people, so if we don't have a show next week, feel free to call us on the cell phone and we'll give you a show.
We did. We were like, okay, we had to tread a very thin line because we know that there was one side that was very negative, very horrible to a whole race of people. But let's not discuss that, people. Let's go to the other side, which is the paranormal, which we are all about. Hence the title, Paranormal Party.
Now, what really is, we don't really support the whole, camps and all that, and that's bad. But if you typically look back in any degree of history, there's always been a minority that they pick on. And this is not something we're condoning. We're just saying this asshole was in a whole bunch of cool shit, though. He like some of the stuff that he did. We're not saying that he's great or anything like that. But he had people working for him, and he chose to go into the occult, which... and the paranormal, that is what it is. So we are bringing to you the most lighthearted part of this we can, and some crazy theories that are out there about Hitler and what the hell he may be doing. So Ashley, hit us with some of these. We're going to start off with Hitler, and then we're going to go into some of the stuff that he did. And then, where the hell is Hitler now? Okay, good. Okay, Hitler, what you didn't know, suffered from chronic flatulence.
And he liked to poot around the town.
28 different drugs. That's a horrible. I was gonna say a different joke, but I'm not gonna say that. Okay, Hitler.
Well, now the 28 drugs, which is really cool fact, is that we could talk about his doctor real quick if you wanted to. His doctor did anything Hitler wanted, and he had to poop all around town, doo. So he really wanted to take care of that flatulence problem, but he didn't like taking pills. So what he did was he took he called him Dr. Syringe, and this doctor, you ever seen Cannonball Run, people, where that crazy doctor's in the back of the ambulance? That's why I envisioned Hitler's doctor. Like he just got that syringe.
He wanted to give you a shot or an enema.
That's what he wanted, shot or enema. Just come on, who's next? Kind of thing. So he, at one time, Hitler was up to like 82 medicines a day, man.
He was like highly, he was aware of that and like crazy because his mom died at age 13 from breast cancer, and his father died of aneurysm before that. So he was actually homeless for a while, and he was living in a shelter, and he actually got declined from an art institute. He wanted to be an artist really bad.
That's what he's doing now, people. I'm going to let you in on the clues.
He wanted to be an artist really bad, and he applied twice to the Vienna School of Arts, and they actually declined him twice. So that's where all the rage, that's where it went wrong, and the rage. And actually in that area, they were really against the Jewish people, so that's where they think he got his hatred for that.
All he had to do give that man a little paint by numbers.
He was selling his paintings to live.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
If they would have just let him in the school. See, look, college is terrible.
It is. It keeping people, no child left behind. You left damn Hitler behind, people.
Hitler led the first public anti-smoking campaign in modern history. He hated it because he found out that it was really bad for you. So he actually did a huge ban, and he would not, like any leaders or anything that came to meet with him, they were required not to smoke hours before, because he hated the smell so much. Mm-hmm. Hitler only had one testicle, one ball.
I read some things that say that he had more than one ball. He had two.
Well, it was a really big thing. They were trying to make him very feminist because he was shorter, he was smaller, and they always wanted to say he was feminine and this and that and the other. And they also say, some people say it started off as a song because way back when he
Hitler had one ball.
That was the first part of the song. But anyway,
let's cut a record.
Anyways, so that kind of catched on because when he had like a grenade shard or something that hit him.
He had a shard, not a shark.
That later became sharks. No, he got hurt twice when he signed up for the, World War I.
Yeah. And
what got him angry at the German government is actually that he got gassed or whatever, and he got a lot of gas. Yeah, he went temporarily blind, and when he was still blind in that time, they actually just stopped fighting, and he felt like his government stabbed him in the back.
But
wow! Hitler bombed his nephew's house in Liverpool, so his nephew joined the U.S. Navy to fight him.
It's like, up yours, Hitler.
Yep. Hitler was a vegetarian and created laws against animal cruelty. Mm-hmm. This is because one of his ex-girlfriends, apparently, back in the old days, it was kind of normal, but his parents were actually cousins, and they had to get an okay from the German government to actually get married and have children. So when they did, it was, automatically, if your parents are like that, it's okay for everything. He was actually dating his niece, I think. It was somehow related to him. They're trying to keep that bloodline good. But anyways, actually he had to identify her body from a gunshot wound in the heart. So that's when he turned to a vegetarian, and he was very much.
He didn't want to eat her heart. No, I see how this all. He's a cannibal.
Oh my God!
That's what's happening. Start the rumors and conspiracies now.
Oh my God. Anyways,
once you read some of my conspiracies,
once he saw the meat though.
Once you read some of my conspiracies, what I just said, him being a cannibal, is not far from what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give it to you.
So he was very much against, and he was eventually going to